Today we're going to be turning on the humidifiers for the first time. There's only been one night so far that I really wish I had it running. It was really dry in the morning. Tonight will likely be the second night. It's currently 36 degrees, predicted to go down to about 29. So it will get pretty dry in the house. So this is one of the 3 units I have. Actually, I only have 2. One of these, the tank broke last year. It got a crack in it, so I don't have that one anymore. And then the other one I'm going to take to work because it gets extremely dry. Today it was 17% in my office, and it was awful. So I'm going to take the other one to work, and I'll use this one in the bedroom. This is the Humidifiers HWM705B humidifier. It's a 275 watts humidifier. Now it looks like I did not clean these at the end of the year, which is a major shame on me, because now we have some very old water sitting in the tank, which is kind of gross, and we have some serious scaling inside here. It's all kind of grungy in there. I'm going to get some blech so we can rinse out the tank. For a few minutes. And as far as this apparatus goes, I can't believe I didn't clean this out. Oh gosh. I mean, this is all just scaling. It's not really any type of problem. Actually, it's pretty loose right now. I was able to get most of it out just by smacking it. I can't remember how long I've had these now. I think that I bought these when I was still at the old location, but I really just don't remember. I'm just kind of curious as to how these work in terms of the scaling with the water at the old location versus the water here, because at the old location there was well water, and here it's public water. So I don't know if it would have more or less scaling. I would assume less, but I don't know for certain. I'm also curious as to how quickly bacteria and so forth will grow in the evaporative humidifiers used here with the public water, which is treated. It technically has trace amounts of chlorine in it, as opposed to with the well water. I know at the old location I used to use the Lasco 1128 humidifier, which worked great. It was one of very few machines, actually it was pretty much the only machine I had ever used that would actually I'm going to turn this on right here just so we can check to make sure it's working. That was the only humidifier I had ever used that was able to maintain the humidity in the bedroom to something reasonably high, like 45 or so %. Any other humidifier would never touch it, and I think it's just because that house had forced air heating, and so even though forced air heating doesn't necessarily dry out the air as much as like wood heat, like we have here, for example, the air was always circulating because it circulates the air throughout the whole house. And so I think that's why it was so difficult to humidify that bedroom, because you put the humidifier on, but it's not, even if you shut the door, anytime the heat is running, it's pulling air out of the bedroom and replacing it with air from somewhere else in the house. So I think that was a problem there, because I remember when I came here, I put one of these in the bedroom and it worked, and it kept the humidity at a moderate level. Because I always remember at the old location thinking like this is a stupid, useless product, it doesn't work, but now I understand how it's useful. Let's put some water in here. Sounds like it's working. So the way this works is it just has a small heating element in here, and it just kind of boils the water a little bit. Very simple machine. Doesn't even seem like this one has a safety. Remember, the old ones would turn off even if you just took the water jug out, which is kind of necessary because this portion also becomes scalding hot. Yeah, that's still boiling away. Yeah, actually, I really don't like these types of humidifiers in terms of a safety perspective. I think these are really quite a fire hazard because this is all encased in plastic, and if the water runs dry, you're relying on a cheesy little thermal switch, which I'm sure is not made in Japan of very high quality components, to reliably cut the machine off. But I started using these as opposed to the other ones because the cleaning of the evaporative humidifiers is really quite a pain in the neck. I remember with the 1128, the Alaska 1128 that I used to use at the old location, every week or so you had to tear the whole thing apart, soak it in bleach, let the bleach run through, change the filter out. Towards the end of my time using it, what I started doing was I would get up in the morning and empty the water out and then turn it back on and dry it out, dry the filter. And if I did that and left it off during the day, let it sit dry for an extended period of time, and then turn it back on at night, then I could go like a month or so without the whole cleaning procedure. It worked great, but it was just such a pain. That's why I haven't used it here yet. But It would be great for the living room to put it next to the stove, although the living room, humidifying the living room is a careful balance, because if you get it too humid then the windows start dripping water uncontrollably, and that's not good either. But I am very curious to see how quickly what do you call it? The bacteria or whatever it is in there that would grow using this water here versus the well water. Very intrigued by that. Let's wipe down the top of this a little bit. This is probably not going to come off that well because I bet it's all scaling traces that are on top of here, but at least it'll look presentable. And I'll have to go through and wash the other one as well before I take it to work. I'm going to take it to work tomorrow. My skin is already cracked over my hand from sitting in the office like that today. Okay, let's take this into the bedroom. Here it is in the bedroom. I just set it up over here for now. I don't know if the moisture potentially going up against the chest of drawers is going to be a problem. I will come back and check it in a few hours. There's not really a good place to put it in here because you don't want to put it next to the windows because it'll just make the windows all sweaty, and you don't want to put it next to the door because then the humidity will just go out the door. So I don't know. We'll try this and see how it goes. And then we'll see what we do for the living room later on. I guess I'll try probably the 1128 from Lasco or one of those Hunter ones at some point during the year. I wish there were larger form factors of these available. There used to be back in the 90s, but I haven't been able to find one anymore. If you want a larger form factor unit, you seem to have to go with ultrasonic, which the white dust thing is a joke. I will never ever use ultrasonic in this household again. Or you have to use evaporative, which works well, but it's kind of noisy because you got the fan. It does cool the air a little bit, and then the cleaning routine gets old very quick. So I don't know, we'll see. But for now, this is in here. Take the other one to work, and then if I decide to set up the one of the evaporative ones in the living room, I will show that on video as well.